Who am I and who are you? The ultimate questions for who we are as whole beings experiencing on this earth in this human journey. And to find the answers to these questions, we are going to be sitting down and exploring the minds for the wisdom and knowledge of the layers that make up our beings. From the mind, to the emotions, to the body, and to the astral with the light body. We will be exploring these different multi-dimensional aspects of who we are as the I Am presence in this world on earth, in the human experience. We'll get to have fun, cracking smiles, and diving deep into the knowledge with different psychics, intuitives, shamans, coaches, teachers, practitioners, and many more different beautiful conscious souls of the everyday life to gather the information we need in order to unravel these layers and become more aware and present in ourself as the whole I Am presence that we are. And I'm very grateful for this and really look forward to the journey. So thank you all for tapping in and being a part of this. And I am your host, Marcus, aka Crystallite, and I will be on this journey with you from the beginning to the end as we travel through the process of clearing layers.
What if that shiny pyramid could clear bad vibes or boost your mood? Let's peek into the world of Orgonite. Orgonite blends resin, metal, and crystals, often shaped as pyramids or discs. People say it transforms negative energy, helping with sleep and focus. Is it real science or just a cool desk ornament? Stick around for our deep dive and decide for yourself.
The Process of Clearing Layers, Season 2, Episode 2. Join us for the live premiere as we sit with our sacred guest, Liz of DymondCreations. We will be exploring Orgonite and her one-of-a-kind, unique style that she crafts with for service, learn about the benefits and more. And Liz, she is a Kundalini and Usui Reiki master, has been making Orgonite since 2015. So come deep dive and explore as we help unravel the layers of the mind, body, emotions, and spirit. Sunday, June 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern. YouTube, Sacred Light Broadcast Network. Facebook, Crystal Light Robbins. See you then. Mm. Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, welcome everybody to season 2 of this wonderful Sacred Light presentation and TV online series, The Process of Clearing Layers. I am your host, Marcus Crystallite of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. I am your guide throughout this journey. And if you guys haven't yet, you guys can watch the first season of The Process of Clearing Layers on YouTube, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Go under playlist and you'll find The Process of Clearing Layers, where you can watch all of season 1. So a little bit about myself. I am a holistic, shamanic, quantum level, multifaceted practitioner. I am also a community host. I bridge communities worldwide, online and in person. I host retreats, workshops, and events. And I also serve about 9 different practices, from Akashic readings to crystal healing, chakra balancing, and life coaching. So a little bit about this series that we're about to dive into season 2 of, The Process of Clearing Layers. Each week on Sundays, I will be releasing a fresh episode as we go along season 2. These episodes will be streaming and premiering live on YouTube, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, as well as Instagram, Sacred Light 33. And if Facebook allows me, we'll be streaming on Facebook as well. So during this series, we will have the opportunity to sit with practitioners, coaches, shamans, intuitive psychics, teachers, students, and everyday conscious souls. Through some of our guests and myself, you will get the treat of exploring the knowledge and wisdom stored in our great minds for more understanding of our mental, emotional, physical, and light body operating mechanics. Along with this, there will be strategies and practices that we can access to take care of our being in everyday living. Other guests will help expand our awareness on what the restoring and healing process could look like for us from a micro to a macro level within the layers of our human being. We will learn stories and also become aware of what brought the calling to passion for these wonderful guests. This can be a time to have fun, crack smiles, drop it in our hearts, be together while we learn about who we are. If we feel the call within to be a guest on these episodes, reach out. This could be about psychology, biology, holistic healing, environmental effects on our being, addiction, metaphysics, meditation, yoga, nutrition, brain rewiring, life coaching, and so much more. This is your time to support the cause of spreading knowledge and guidance for awareness of who we are as whole beings, opening doors of self-empowerment and harmony, authentically and collectively. So how can you support the process of clearing layers in this movement? Number 1, you can give heart-based donations, as donations are always welcomed. And you can just look right below on the ticker for the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. It'll also be in the description of each episode. These donations do support to myself, a guest of the episode, so it's very much appreciated. You can also follow and share the series on YouTube and Instagram. And then you can also ask questions, comment, be open to knowledge, and share a little bit about what you have to add regarding our topics and episodes. So that is the process of clearing layers, and welcome to our very first episode of season 2. We are joined by our wonderful sacred guests to kick off this series of season 2. And her name is Liz Dymond. And she is originally from Russia and has been living in Pennsylvania for the last few years. Liz is a self-taught Orgonite artist and Reiki healer. She started creating Orgonite in 2015, and she also has degrees in literature and linguistics. Her spiritual calling reached out to her, and she journeyed into becoming a Usui and Kundalini Reiki practitioner. She is also into many different subjects and interests as well, and is a very open-minded soul when it comes to ancient history, to galactic futures, and being present with the divine. Please welcome everybody, our wonderful guest of episode 1 of the process of clearing layers, as we are going to explore Dymond Orgonite.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome,
So happy to be here. Very excited. And thank you so much, Crystalite, for this amazing opportunity to be on this podcast with you. I am absolutely thrilled to be a part of this beautiful movement that you created. It's really wonderful to share this heart space with you that you so welcomely opened for so many guests. Honestly, I looked through other podcasts you created, and it's amazing how many souls you have drawn to this beautiful connection, with you, with each other, with collective. So much information been shared too. So I'm excited. Let's start.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here, and it's such an honor to have you be our break open episode of season 2. It's been about almost 2 years now since season 1, and I've been really antsy and anticipating getting back to this series and getting this going. It's just such a beautiful intention and purpose, and I'm just really grateful to draw in and collect wonderful souls like yourself to be able to share the gifts and the knowledge of self-empowerment and efficiency. It's really, truly a blessing, and nothing more I could really ask for in life. So to begin, let's journey a little bit into your path and what your soul journey has been like, and what brought you into the relationship that you have with orgone technology. And if you don't mind, maybe giving us a little bit of insight in what your life was like up until Orgonite, and what was kind of like the catalyst in your life that developed your relationship with Orgonite.
Absolutely. And to start off, I probably have to say that I never was a crafty person, let's put it in these terms, but I was always a spiritual person. My parents used to read, and have tons of books on spirituality. They used to have Madame Blavatsky, Agni Yoga, Nikolai Rorix, and Helena Rorix. Those are very famous Russian authors that used to write about the light, about amazing energies in the world. And back then, like 20 years ago, this information was kind of something of a taboo or kind of hidden, so you had to look for that stuff. But thanks to my parents, and thanks for my soul that I chose this way to come into this family, to kind of open up to these wonderful energies and to learn more about spirituality, Theosophy, anthroposophy. So I kind of started very early in life to learn about things that are beyond the veil, let's put it in these terms. And I was always probably that child that was kind of a, not following the normal path. Like the kids, I remember in the classroom would shut the door for the teacher. I would be the one to like open the door for her, or just kind of have this inner compass, within me that would not let me do like any harm to others, or, if somebody was like doing harm to somebody else, I would jump in and help and then think of the consequences. I guess it's just something that is built in within us from the very beginning. And I'm just so grateful, the way that my life is unfolding, that it brings me to like deeper into the spirituality and kind of grow in my soul through the life. I think that's what we are here for on this earth, to, become our most, wonderful soul and like the highest being. And so I studied literature and linguistics, which was Russian language and English. And after that, I came to America. I stayed for 3 months. I liked it here. And I came back the next year and like stayed for good. So to make this long story short, I was following different paths. I was a model. I was learning to become a nurse, but then life brought another gift to my life, my first child. So I had to like drop the nursing degrees and all that and become full-time mother and stay-at-home mommy. It's kind of hard when you like do so many things and then just jump in right into motherhood. So I started to explore different things that I can do online, and I didn't want to just do simple work or something that would not challenge me or bring anything good to collective. So I wanted to do something that would make other lives better. And that's how I started praying every night for like giving me from the higher powers something that would make others' lives better, basically. So and then one night I had a dream. It was about like this queen with the beautiful crystal crown on her head that I saw. A few months later, I heard about the Orgonite that somebody was making on YouTube, and something clicked in my brain. I was like, that's it. That's the question, that's the answer to my calling, basically. And with the little money that I had, I think I had like $300, I got the resin, I got the crystals and metals, and just dived into making Orgonite and like taught myself from the beginning, learned about it. And I was always like a humanitarian person, so scientific information that comes with the Orgonite was always very challenging for me, but I try to embrace it and understand it, because you always want to share the information when you know it. So for me, the sharing part was challenging, but I hope we'll get through it. So that's how it came about. So
wonderful. Thank you for sharing all that. Now, was there like any kind of like health things that you were dealing with at the time that you came across Orgonite? And did you start to notice any type of experiences or profound shifts in your energy, your mind, emotions, or even your physical body the more that you started interacting with this Orgonite?
Yes. You're there are many probably people who hear us and they have families. When you have a little child, it's a lot of anxieties all the time. How, it's going to like be about your life. What's going to happen if something happens to me, how's she going to survive? Or just, many, many things run through your brain when you become a mother, and like financial challenges, all that. Once I started making Orgonite, I could definitely say that my whole being became calmer. I just learned how to, meditate, and I guess Orgonite was probably a big part to it, because when you hold a piece of Orgonite like like a pyramid, right? You can feel the energy, and I started to like feeling calmer and integrating it into my meditations, and the meditative experience became different. Like it challenged me to go deeper, to ask questions, and just I started receiving answers too. So yeah, I think the biggest the biggest thing that came with the Orgonite was that it calmed me down. My sleep became really, really good, and I started having crazy dreams, even crazier than the one with the lady with the crown. Yeah, I think that was the main thing for me. I didn't have any like health issues per se, but I did have anxiety, maybe light depression, but like nothing serious. But I noticed that, yeah, good sleep and like total just well-being, energy. Yeah, I was very energized ever since I started making Orgonite. Yeah, that's, because every Orgonite, I don't know if we can just like get into the structure of Orgonite. We can probably do that. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would like to, we can go ahead and move into our in-depth explanation of Orgonite. And we have a wonderful PowerPoint presentation for you guys that we're going to go ahead and pull up. And I'll go ahead and let you take over, and I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah, because this will kind of explain for us, why Orgonite is actually giving you some health benefits, or like what does it do, So first, Orgonite energy, the orgon energy was introduced by Wilhelm Reich. He was a psychoanalyst, and it was so long ago, right? But we still understand it, and still very needed information. So he said that organ energy was the universal life force energy. Buddhist people call it Qi or Reiki. So anything that you feel, basically, this is the organ energy. Everything is around us. Yeah, so basically it's vital energy that is everywhere in nature. And the Orgonite device itself is a substance that functions as self-driven, constantly operating, highly efficient energy transmutation device. It draws in negative energy and transmutes it into positive energy. So how it does it? Basically, every organ device is supposed to be made in the 50-50 ratio. The one part is organic materials, and the other part is inorganic materials. So the organic materials would be your resin and crystals, and inorganic materials, your metals. So resin is made out of carbon, and crystals, of course, they're minerals, and they are attracting and holding the organ energy. And metals of all kinds, they are repelling the organ energy. And when this happens, like when you place metals and crystals in one pyramid, let's say, or even if we make it with only metals and resin, there is this like a chaotic stuff going on when your energy that's going in is being like repelling and attracting back and forth. So it's a lot of chaotic energy. But once you place crystals in there, the magic happens. The harmonious energy comes in, and basically, that's why there's very important to put crystals into every pyramid, especially quartz crystal. And not only that, now we slowly come into the next slide, which is piezo. Well, actually, that's the next one after this one. But yeah, the piezoelectricity that happens to the crystal is squeezing it, and then do you mind if we come back to this slide right after the next one? I'm sorry. The piezoelectricity one, and then we come back to this. Sorry about that. And yes, there we go, this one. The piezoelectricity is that what basically happens to the quartz crystal once it gets squeezed by resin. The mechanical force that's being applied to it makes it amplify the energy, like it's like exerts all the energy that you imprint into that when you make it, it becomes a very, very powerful amplifier of all your manifestations, of anything that's been, it's been charged with, basically. So about the next slides, I wanted to talk and touch base a little bit on the entropy and dysentropy. If we come back again there, we got a little mixed up over here. But there is one thing with Orgonite. It is something that is opposite of the entropy. Entropy is something that happening in our world every day. So let's say how they get the oil out of the earth, right? You destroy something in order to make something. The dysentropy is actually something that challenges the entropy process, because it's a total 0-point energy, and it was explored by Nikola Tesla. It absorbs the 99% of matter and space, and it's actually the energy that Orgonite works on. So we can go to the next slide. With Orgonite energy, it is giving you a lot of negative ions, thanks to that process that is dysentropy. Thanks to the layers in your pyramids, it produces the negative ions that are very beneficial for your body. They give you positive energy and clear EMF. And on to the next one. With EMF, probably everybody heard about that. This is one of the most needed things today, because we all need computers, phones, devices, but at the same time it's very negative for our body, and we have to using our phones and devices learn how to protect ourselves, because EMF produces a lot of positive ions, which is negative energy and very harmful for our body. So with positive ions, that's where the Orgonite comes in. Because of its structure, it produces lots of negative ions, so it gives you the counter option for EMF. That's why it's so widely and used near your routers. You can set it anywhere where you using your devices. I also have a little Orgonite plate on all my phones. It's literally saving you from those negative effects of EMF. Yeah, we always in this energy soup that has been microwave frequencies being applied on us every day, so we have to learn how to protect ourselves. I think it's really important. And right here with this slide, you guys can see that how with the Orgonite devices, there's a pyramid here, and I have many other things, but the negative energy comes from the bottom, and then when it comes from the top, it comes out cleansed energy. Orgonite restructures it and creates negative ions. Well, this is another slide that shows you also how it happens. So the transmutation of energy happens thanks to the clear quartz, and you can see I wrote the organic and inorganic layers have to be in the pyramid or any device also present, and all the effects of the Orgonite and happens thanks to piezoelectricity, electrorestriction, and also it balances the hydrogen and OH ions in the atmosphere. But this is, we're going to talk a little bit later about that. This is very interesting thing that I learned through the years. And yeah, so when the deadly organ energy comes in the pyramid, it turns into a positive organ energy. That's why you see the DOR and POR. Yeah, that's how it's been transmuted.
Wonderful. Now I have a question for you before we continue. For everybody out there that could be new to this, does shape and structure create a difference to the pieces?
You know, working with so many different pieces, I can show you a few over here. I noticed that they all have something to themselves. Like with the pyramid, it would be best for somebody who wants like a, you know, healing, targeted healing, right? So this pyramid has no top, just a quartz top, but if it had, you know, regular top, you would feel the energy right on the top. So it kind of gathers the energy, condenses it at the tip top, and then you can apply it. Like, let's say if you need healing with your throat chakra, or, you know, heart center, or any other center that needs healing, you would kind of like hold it to it, and you will start feeling the energy healing happening. With charging plates like this one, it also made in layers. The top is crystals and the bottom is shungite with metal oxide and metals, and you can charge your water on it. You can, you know, charge essential oils or jewelry. I usually just set my crystals and my jewelry on my plates, and I try to make like nice designs that are somewhat you know, would relate to people would relate to. Another one is over here too. So if it's made in the shape of like a little statue, it would basically just radiate the organ energy. I have many things here, like a little Buddha. I have a little I don't know if you can see over there. Yeah, so the top layer would always be the crystals, the bottom layer would always be shungite and metals, and it's actually really heavy. I put little copper beads in there as well. So yeah, well, with that shape, you know, you would receive lots of benefits just from the layers that being present, not, you know, just from the top, but it would come out like everywhere. If like me and you were energy sensitive people, if you were drawing your hand over this, you know, device, you start to feel like a little hidden effect. Like my hand hovering over it feels nothing like on this side, and it just feels a lot of energy right on the top area over here. And, you know, the bigger the surface, the bigger the energy it covers. So that's what I would say here. And with the you know, little devices like necklaces, you basically just get a personal protection that you know, it's just helping your energy body to be aligned, to be balanced, to be protected at all times. Same goes to the phones. I never am without this little thing on my phone, because it's just you know, with iPhones, they heat up sometimes, and they are working on 5G energy, and you can't like switch it to 4G like with Samsung and other phones. So this thing helps me to like hold it and don't feel the negative like things that the 5G presents, because if you hold it without it, your hands heats up and you just feel kind of weakness in your fingers. I'm very sensitive to things like that, you know, microwave frequencies are literally, I feel how they fry in you, so that stuff really helps. Yeah, so despite the shape, all the organ devices work because of the quartz crystals in them, because of their other properties, you know, because they have metals and organic materials mixed up, and they would always give you healing, no matter whether you're working with it or you just like wearing it. So yeah.
Okay. And would you say too that like the shape of it also kind of just gives like a direct of the current, to help the current of energy direct?
It like with the pyramid, it would, you know, give you targeted healing. Like it would if you applied it to somewhere, would definitely direct it where it's needed. Yes, absolutely.
Because I know there's the Orgonite donuts as well, where you can create like 0-point toroidal fields as well.
Yes.
Do you make those?
I have one laying over there. I'm not sure if I can like jump and grab it right now, but I just started making those. So I can only say for myself, because I didn't like sell those yet, and people never like tried mine yet. But I can feel that I'm very calm in the presence of it, and with that, with the toroidal field and 0-point energy. Every organ device has it. Not only the donuts just kind of condensate the energy within, right? And it's really visible when you like plug it in into a device. If it has a little like a plug-in, But if you don't do that, it would act like a normal orgonite, just that its shape going to condense the energy within. But every orgonite has that 0-point energy. Let me explain why. Because it has such thing as electrostriction, and I don't want to like get into like too many scientific terms, but let me say it in simple terms, right? So it has a lot of metals in it, and it has like crystals in it, and when those two merge together, crystals are dielectrics, meaning they're non-conductive, same as resin. And metals are conductive, so when the energy is going through it, there is light movement happening like within the pyramid, invisible with the naked eye. So something is like moving very slightly. When that movement happens, there is another thing that is being created. It's called Casimir effect. Casimir effect is when you put two metal plates, and between those plates there is a 0-point energy field that is being created. So in orgonite with so many layers, imagine there's like a few layers of metals, and every like particle within is kind of slightly moving. So that space between the metal layers, it would always produce that 0-point energy effect. That's why you feel so calm around pyramids. That's why you feel so like good wearing your necklaces too, because layers is what creates the 0-point energy effect. So yeah, I know we jumped from toroidal to like the whole premise of electrostriction, but that's how it works. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Breaking up a little.
All right, so I'll go ahead and pull up the presentation, and if you want to continue, feel free.
Let's go to the next slide. Since we finished over here, we kind of covered up the electrostriction effect. We were talking about the piezoelectricity, right? That every organ device is supposed to have a quartz crystal in it. And when resin squeezes the quartz crystal inside, it creates this piezoelectric effect. It means that both ends of the crystal become polarized, and it believed that every organ functions as an organ generator. Not only is a generator, it's also organ accumulator. Piezoelectricity is definitely one of the amazing things for manifesting. Here we go on the electrostriction. Let me just read from here. So the resin is, like I said, non-conductive. It means that electrostrictive, but it doesn't have the orderly structure. So when we present the crystals in there, right, or music or vibrations during the curing process, that's when the magic happens, and that's when the crystalline structure becomes ordered. So crystals, music, vibration, everything you charge your device with, it will structure like the way how it works. So these two, piezoelectricity and electrostriction, they work synergetically, and they make it possible to program the orgonite, and that's what I love to do personally. For me, it's a way of the meditation when I do that. So the music and intention, the frequencies, they create these harmonic vibrations, and they make all that, crystalline arrangement become permanent in the resin. So wherever you charge it with, it will always be there. It will never, stop giving you the frequency that you charged it with. I love using, Orgonite for manifestation as well, because I always, whenever I make it, I charge it with 528 frequency, and I charge it with Reiki energy, and put all the good intention, of course, with every piece. And with a few, I already have a few cases where people would write me, as soon as I got it, I opened it, I felt so much energy, and somebody found their loved one. So things are happening, because there are so many intentions placed into it. And this slide, we were just talking about the Casimir effect, that's demonstrated when there's space between metal plates, and it creates light fluctuations in there, and the waves begin to flow in unison, and that's how we get the 0 point energy that giving us that harmonizing and balancing effect. You can immediately feel that, basically. So before we start on this next slide, I want to say something about this new, for me, amazing researcher that I found about a year ago, and I was so thrilled to learn about him. It's Stephen J. Smith, because normal organ science is based off of scientific experiments of Wilhelm Reich or Don Croft, also Carl Waltz. With Carl Waltz, he tried to coin the term orgonite, and I was very uneasy about that, because they started to close my Etsy listings and stuff like that mentioned the word orgonite. I thought that was very not ethical, kind of, in a way. So I stick with Wilhelm Reich science. But a year ago, I read what Stephen J. Smith had to say, and he shared information about organ energy, being present everywhere in the air, everywhere. So when we apply microwave frequencies, the molecules of water that are in the air, they've been dissipated into H and OH molecules. So that microwave effect is basically creating the entropy, right? So it's breaking up the molecules. That's why we don't have rain where we need the rain, or we have too much rain where we don't have rain normally. And in order for this unstructured energy to be structured, you have to put the molecules back together, how the nature was supposed to make it. So he described this process that with the presence of orgonite, and particularly with the presence of copper in the orgonite. And I always try to have copper coils, or I make devices with copper pipes. Those are my favorite for this effect. So when you introduce such a device in the environment, and you pour water onto the copper or onto the pyramid, it starts to work on structuring this unstructured molecules of water, and bring them together. And that's why people say that cloudbusters make rain, right? It's happening because the dissipated molecules become united again. So if we get back to that presentation, we can go through here. So the energy exists as ionic charge in the atmosphere where you put the ions is H and OH, and those ions get trapped between the electromagnetic reflective upper layer in the ionosphere and the ground layer. So they're flooded with microwave radiation from 5G towers, and then the excess ions of the H, they become in the negative energy. That's why we feel so bad in the presence of 5G towers, because that negative energy just is too harsh for our electromagnetic bodies. And then the OH ions are the good energy, right? So with the chemtrails, what they do, they also create the imbalance between those ions, and the atmospheric water vapor turns into something that is not healing for us but harmful. So that's where all this interesting stuff comes to our modern world craziness with 5Gs and chemtrails. I know it's a lot of information to take in for a normal person, but being energy sensitive, I think we all are not like this normal person anymore. So we all know what's happening with chemtrails. So when you introduce the cloudbuster, the CB is the cloudbuster, into the environment, all the chemtrails are dissipating because the water molecules uniting, and we have the clear skies again. Yep. So here I just present some of my art, and this is the pyramid. That's actually the one that I made for myself, and I still keep it. And yeah, there are many shapes that I work with. Like I said, there are pyramids, there are charging plates, there are little rings. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I make some earrings. I make little ring holders, necklaces of all kinds and all shapes. I love using symbolic images and sacred geometry and anything with Egyptian symbology.
Yeah, that's actually what drew me to you, was seeing your super artistic Egyptian and Kemetic pieces. And for me, I'm someone that is super grounded in Egypt. I had a lifetime there. It was a pretty profound one as well. And yeah, for me to see the way you do this articulation with the Egyptian energy, it is so amazing and unique. And that uniqueness is really what stood out to me to want to have you on.
Yes, I feel like the Egyptian symbology, it speaks to all of us in some way, because it's just something that is an archetype and a collective energy, and we are all as souls tapping into that, and we just feel connection to those. Like with Ankh, let's say, why I love it so much, and I always try to use it here and there. Here's another one, by the way, with the Ankh. You can see here. With the Ankh, I feel like the Ankh takes its beginnings at the earthy field, and then it takes the energy up, and then it cycles it through the ethers and brings it back down. Like all that good energy is basically always cycling and recycling. So it takes the negative, brings the positive, and there's so much symbology to the reproductive organs, or like male and female. There is so much to it. It's not even funny. Egyptians knew what they were doing when they were
It's also it's a eternal loop.
Yes, the symbol of eternal life. Yes,
because you're taking the groundedness of the earth from the bottom of the base, and then you're shooting that upwards into the ethers. And then when you take that and curve that back around, what you're doing is you're just creating a continuous fluid momentum of basically anchoring into the earth grid or anchoring into the lower plane energy. And then you're just shooting that up and continuously recirculating that. And that's what the Ankh is. It's the sign of eternal life, compared to a symbol like the cross, where the cross is more about lower density and just straight and narrowness, where, you know, it's kind of more correlated to what you call dead energy. You know, you have dead energy and you have living energy. Now, dead's not negative or bad. It's just that it's not whole. You know, it's very loose-ended. It's very fractured. So
just say it's just 4 dimensions, like you can imagine, right? But with Ankh, it kind of encompasses all of them.
Yeah, it keeps it circulating and flowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then also, I know from my own history and experiences with the orgone, you can also use it to help with cellular reproduction, cellular rejuvenation, due to the electromagnetic energy that it creates. I also know that it can be helpful for repairing your organs as well as your different glands due to the type of circulation it brings to your blood flow. Is there any other type of mental or physical ailments that you can think of that it helps with?
I would only say, you know, that it really helps with anxieties and depression, and yeah, it's coding the information that is, you know, around you with the positive vibration, and that's what our whole body needs. Why it's making like your organs heal, because it creates the state of harmony and balance that your organs, you know, been made with before they started to become unbalanced. And you know, when your brain is at the right place, right, when your mental state is at the right place, that's what like Orgonite I feel is doing for me. That's when your organs start to heal as well, because you are thinking better thoughts, and when you do, you're changing the whole makeup of your body, and you become, you know, you start rejuvenating everything within you. I think it does a lot to not only healing your energy, like physical body, but also energy body, and that's what, you know, helps the most, because our all illnesses, this is a start from the energy body. Yep,
that's right. And you know, that ties in with the chakras for everybody out there as well. You know, the chakras is connected to our energy body. It's our energy centers. And, you know, Orgonite is something that can help with rebalancing your chakra system, because not only does it have, you know, the properties of what's been talked about, but you can also, you know, mix and match, customize your orgone technologies with different crystals, different colors, different materials and minerals, and these different intentional focuses that you add into your mixtures can then bring in those healing properties that you're looking for. So for example, if you're looking for unconditional love, you're wanting to repair yourself from relationships, your wounds and things like that, you can get an Orgonite that has rose quartz, moss agate, amethyst, all that combined together, and then you learn about their crystal healing properties. That's then being brought into that structure for you and then amplified through the way that it's developed.
I love how you articulated. That's absolutely right. And sorry, something's ringing. Yeah, I think you know, with different crystals, now we're like going into the other crystal things, right? Every crystal has its own vibration, and when it's incorporated with the Orgonite device, it not only, you know, gives you that energy of the crystal, but it also amplifies it because of the structure. So that's why it works so well.
Yeah. All right, so you want to continue on?
We probably have to like stop somewhere soon, because I have to I have something gonna happen at 11:30. Yeah, okay. But it was such a divine experience talking to you, because you know, even nowadays it's more like, you know, prominent everywhere to have, you know, spiritual people, but in my immediate environment I don't have that many spiritual people, honestly. So it's still kind of something that you don't want to like share with many people, you know. So I really thankful that we do that here, and that we have people who are listening to us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to, I'll go ahead and open up the opportunity for you to have any closing words. If there are any type of things that you have coming up that you want to fill people in on, that they could be a part of, to connect with you and be a part of your spaces. And also, feel free to talk about where they can access your website, purchase from you, and get in contact with you as well.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in, finding an Orgonite of your choice, you can always go to DymondCreations.com, and I just changed the link because sometimes link can be a little tricky. If you can put Etsy after DymondCreation.etsy.com, I just changed it on my Instagram, so you can go on my Instagram, Dymond_Orgonite, and you can tap on the link and find everything I do there. I try to post as much information as I can on my Instagram. I share some things on my YouTube channel, and yeah, you guys can go ahead to Instagram and find most of my work there. What else is going on? We're probably gonna have a little giveaway, but I will give you a word about that one. Will we do a giveaway for our people one day next week? Yep. Or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
stay.
Yeah, this is my Instagram.
Right around the first.
If you guys are interested in learning more about all the Orgonite technology, you can go into those highlighted areas and just go through those, and I try to label them, the negative ions versus positive, the EMF. Yeah, this is the link that will take you to my website, and I have 140 things I think there right now. Also, any device can be made personally. This way you will receive your personal vibrations incorporated in it, your personal intention, the crystals of your choice. So it will be targeted, for those issues that you want to work with. Yeah. So I'm so happy that I did that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Liz, for being our first sacred guest of season 2 of the process of clearing layers. And that does it for this fresh new episode as we kick off season 2. Thank you so much for joining us. Dymond Orgonite, everybody.
Thank you.
Reach out, ask questions, and connect.
Yes. Definitely reach out, because that's the only way we can keep this space going. Yeah,
that's right. You guys stay in tune and keep up with the rest of the season as we continue along this journey of exploring our multidimensional layers, talking about the ways that we can holistically and multidimensionally heal our being and continue to shed these layers together as we continue to grow, overcome, and become a evolved species on this earth. Thank you so much, sister. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Everybody else out there, feel free to drop your comments, give any suggestions. If you would like to be a guest later on in the season, feel free to reach out, and I will gladly connect with you. Wholeness and balanced love, everybody.
Thank you.
Your outer world is the reflection of your inner world, and vice versa. It all begins with you. So join me, Sandy M., at Soul Awakening Podcast every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time where we'll merge embodiment with the universal laws and make them work for us. Join me live on YouTube at Soul Awakening with Sandra. Our first law is the law of one, or oneness. See you there.